everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Talks of Life podcast. Today, I have two very special guests, Gillian and Eileen, partnered together as the Om Twiins. So, girls, I would love to hear more about how you became so passionate about this lifestyle and sharing the wisdom and some truthful words to others.
Oh, thank you so much. We're so excited to be here. Well, my name is Eileen.
And I'm Gillian.
And yes, together we are the Om Twiins. And it all started, how many years ago? Maybe like 7 years ago? Yeah, it all started I went vegan 7 years ago, more or less, almost 8 on February. And before that, I was vegetarian, and I really did it for all the right reasons. I always wanted to start this plant life lifestyle because of ethical reasons. Because of then I started researching more what happened in the industry. I came across with an amazing vegan activist, Gary Urowski, and he was the one, the pinpoint on my journey that pushed me into the vegan lifestyle. You know, that I understood all was. So, yeah, you were only 17, right? Yeah, I was. This was happening. Yeah, I was 17, and then around 21, 22, that's when I was like, I need to change this. I need to start going vegan and stuff. So the Gillian started with the whole vegan journey, and with the fitness and everything, it was kind of me that started. So yeah, it's something that we joined together. It's our two passions, both fitness and trying to save the world by going vegan.
That's awesome. So, I remember reading about one of you maybe competing in a weightlifting competition or something similar to that.
Yes, we've done several competitions. So we did a bodybuilding competition. I think like 4 years ago. That was the first time I was by myself when I did that. I always tell this, like, in second place, everybody's like super wow, but there were only 2 people, so I was basically last. So yeah, that competition kind of like made me get super into fitness. And then fast forwarding till I think 2 years ago, we did a competition together on stage here in Quintana Roo, and we were actually the first vegans to ever grace the stage. So it was pretty cool. We raised awareness there. I got first place, and my sister got fourth. So it was beautiful. There was so many people in that competition. We were prepped by Torrey Washington, which is amazing for the vegan community too. And after that, yeah, we opened a gym with some friends, and they were on powerlifting, and they did like a small powerlifting competition, and I was there too. But yeah, that was just more friendly competition, not with prizes and all.
Gotcha. So you would definitely say that competition was a catalyst to you having this vision for opening a gym and supporting cruelty-free fitness in that space?
Well, our Om Twiins project really started way before any of this stuff. When we went vegan, Eileen was the one that landed a job at a gym, and she started being more concerned about healthy lifestyle. She didn't want to, lose her figure and all that, because I was really thin when I was vegetarian, and then I transitioned to veganism. I didn't do vegetarianism like I wanted, so I obviously lost a lot of weight. Yeah. So when I was trying to get my sister to we had a project together. It wasn't like Om Twiins is right now. It actually was OMT, and it was just a project that we wanted to share with the world about our relationship, first of all as twins, sisters, and then we wanted to do something positive. So then Eileen was still a carnivore or meat eater back then, and we actually never landed any post, or nothing really happened when she was still on that lifestyle, because every time that we wanted to talk about any post, because I was ethical for the animals and ethical vegan, we would discuss. I was like, we're not gonna be promoting meat eating, even like, because the first thing that we wanted to like portray was that we were gonna try and do like the examples or being twins and having the same body but with different lifestyles. But obviously it never happened, and that's when I started to like obviously try to get my sister to go vegan, and she made the connection. Yes, exactly. So it didn't happen the same for both of us. Gillian, when she transitioned to veganism, I was actually like on a mission to get her back into eating meat and dairy and all this stuff, right? What I consider normal and what all our family did. So I try to. She obviously put the same videos that she saw and everything, with the hopes that I would go vegan immediately like her, because we were raised the same way, right? I always proclaim myself to be an animal lover and to never want to harm animals, but still I didn't have the connection with the food, right? So she did the videos, she did the talks, everything, yeah, but it didn't work. I actually went back to where I was living, which is Mahawal. It's a really small fishing town here in the Caribbean. And I was dating back then a guy that used to, he's a diver, a professional diver, and we would go all the time spearfishing. And I remember that every time I went with him, I always thought like, oh my God, this guy is so sexy, right? Like I'll never go hungry with him. He can catch any fish. He's so manly. He's not afraid of anything, right? Like all these misconceptions that we have even for men, right? Like this is why it's so hard for men to go vegan because it's something that is portrayed as manly. So when I went back with after all this knowledge that Gillian put on me, I didn't knew that she already planted a seed on my head, and I was already vegan, right? But I went into my activities and I try to do my life like I used to. And on a diving experience, I saw everything with other eyes, right? I was super happy being underwater and seeing all the animals alive around me and just observing. And there were other people that were there to kill them. And this made me feel so helpless and so like hypocrite, right? And I was like, I cannot do this anymore. So watching with my own eyes what happens in the hands of humans made me go vegan. And after that, Jillian, like she said, she was vegetarian for 3 whole years before doing the transition to veganism due to lack of knowledge. And for me, going vegan was super fast because I talked with Jillian basically 3 months. Oh my God, all these the spear diving experience happened, and then I went vegan almost overnight because I was like just so ready, right? Like, and I already had her, and it was just so much easier for me to do the transition.
Hmm.
And that's when Twiins really started, really lifted up, because when we finally went both vegan, everything like pieces of a puzzle, like they were everything just cleared, and that our vision was super like the goal that we wanted was super clear. We just wanted to be two people showing what veganism can for the animals, for the planet, and fitness, and just sharing this relationship with each other, and just spreading good vibes and all that. So that's when really Twiins picked up, and we haven't looked back since. Yeah, it's been beautiful.
That's very awesome. So do you find it challenging to be, living a vegan lifestyle here in Mexico? If you could share some of your experiences with that.
I think it's we battle especially with the mindset here in Mexico, like the culture and a lot of things. Like the gastronomy here in Mexico is really how to say centered around animal products, and there's a lot of people that are still into the idea. Obviously, like there's a lot of machismo here, so I always say that if people don't even respect sometimes women, yeah, how are they gonna respect animals? That they look at them even like lesser. Yeah, exactly. Like so, yeah, it's not because if you see all Mexican cuisine is so delicious and so full of veggies and fruits and all that. We have such an amazing land that it's always rich in so many vast fruits and veggies and everything, right? We don't even have seasons, right? Like you can have almost every fruit and vegetable throughout the whole year, and I know that in other places in the world this is not possible. So, and also the expensive part, like here in Mexico, is really cheap to go like vegan to the or plant based. Like if you can go to the supermarket and just get some legumes or lentils and pasta, it's super cheap. So yeah, it's the cheapest. So in that way, we don't battle at all here in Mexico. No, it's amazing. It's the thing that we battle the most is with the people's mindset and how they look on animals here in Mexico.
So do you still feel like you get pretty, like you have a lot of people judging you in the community, or you have more of a support system at this point?
No, I think we've talked about this a lot. It's sad that we, like, the people that know us would be like Facebook and all those platforms. It's crazy that where we get the most support and love is Instagram, and it's almost people from all strangers. Over the world, strangers. Like Mexico culture also does, it's frowned upon a lot of on how women like portray themselves, especially on social media or with people, around. So it is shocking for a lot of people to still see us, on bikinis and trying to like promote our glute diets and stuff like that. We expected to do it like fully covered. We want to also break from this stigma. This we want to give out like people feel better in their skin. To like women feel stronger and empowered. So
So yeah, we do feel a lot of support from our inner circle. Like thank God, my boyfriend is vegan. All our friends, close friends, are all vegan.
we have a really good family.
Yeah, the people on our studio go because they want to pursue a vegan fitness lifestyle. So it's beautiful, the tribe that we have built here in Playa del Carmen. But whenever we travel back home, or other places, it might be a little bit hard, and we are the odd ones and the weird ones. So, but nowadays it's just easier to find your clique, right? You can connect with so many vegans and communities, yeah, all around the world. So it's beautiful. It's so different than back 7 years ago.
Yeah, 8 years ago when there was nothing here in Mexico.
Right. And it seems to totally be evolving quite quickly. I have a client I shared with you on our first call, Emma, who's starting the Huevo Vegano. And I didn't know that there were so many investors and people that wanted to support, these startups that are trying to initiate a be the change, of course, doing alternatives to eggs, cheese, milk, things of that nature, that are plant-based, of course. And it's just super inspiring to hear that there's a whole network and community being built around just living again a more compassionate lifestyle towards animals, people, because it's not just the animals that are being harmed. There's humans behind the act of killing in producing the meat or whatever source that we're eating up from the food. So I definitely feel a difference when I consume more plant-based items and stay away from other meats such as beef and chicken and animals like that. So again, it's coming from America. I think a culturalized, almost conditioned thing. You're supposed to have the food pyramid with a piece of meat and vegetables and milk and cheese, whatever. And it's again
Yeah.
total misconception of what your body truly needs and getting the right nutrition.
Yeah, totally. But it's crazy, right? In this age of information, everybody is completely clueless about what they should do. It's amazing how there's people that question us about nutrition and how we lead our diet. They don't even know how much protein intake they need to eat, right? Even eating meat and everything. So there's just so much misinformation out there. So we completely understand when people are a little bit scared about doing the transition, but if you do it hand in hand with somebody is completely safe, and not only it's the best thing that you can do, it's the best decision we've ever done in our adult life, both of us. So we keep getting and harvesting all these beautiful benefits from this plant-based diet.
What are some misconceptions about veganism or vegans?
Those especially is that there's a lot of confusion around the words. Like me and my sister feel it's really important that when you go vegan, you understand what veganism stands for. It's nothing to do with lifestyle or your diet at all. It's an ethical point of view. You're doing it for animal liberation. So I think that's the biggest misconception, especially right now hitting the vegan community. That's why you get all these I don't even like the term non-vegans, because you can't just turn your back on your ideals and your morals and all your actions, just one day to another. Then you would be plant-based. You would just be concerned about your diet. So I think if people don't understand those two concepts, that's where we're going to keep having this really big.
So the two concepts are whether you're vegan, and vegan means that you are following an ethical standpoint, that you respect animals and you don't want them to die.
In everything, not just your food. This means the way you dress, the things that you put on your skin, entertainment, exactly.
Everything. And the other concept is what you choose to eat, right? And you can be plant-based, you can be keto, you can be paleo, you can be whatever you want. But you must understand that veganism is not what you eat. It's an ethical standpoint, and it happens that obviously if you're vegan, you're plant-based, but not all plant-based people are vegan. So it's important to know the difference, because like Gillian said, there's so much confusion around these two things, and you see so many
people that are like slapping the label like nothing, or just to follow a trend or be popular, and then they get into this big huge mess that actually just harms the movement, harms the animals. That those are the real victims, not these people or us as a community. It's the animals. The animals are the ones that are suffering, and those are the ones that we have to keep the focus on.
That's a great answer. Yeah, I totally, because like as you said, 7-10 years ago it wasn't as big as quote unquote trending thing, but I think with the age of information again, more people are just curious how to feel better, live better, of course, and eat better. So just doing their own research along those lines. So what foods did you think were vegan but turned out not to be?
Oh, well, I think here mostly like stuff that I battle, but with internet you can just research and that's, you don't have any problem. But grenadine, it's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Like Pop-Tarts and stuff like that. I didn't know they were not vegan, and then you start reading all the
There's
ingredients.
all the type of gummies and these sweet candies. Most of them have grenadine, which is basically bones of animals, which is completely disgusting. Yeah,
there's a lot of things, right, that they should not be vegan, and then they have like traces of milk, and it's like super annoying. But like if we go to the basics, like
our diets is not it doesn't involve a lot of products that are
processed
yeah,
or
exactly.
anything.
I personally was vegetarian for about 4 years, just trying to experiment with it. And I did feel like I wasn't eating or finding the right nutrition through living that form of lifestyle. So, what are some important factors to consider when someone is transitioning to a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle?
Well, I always tell all our clients, instead of taking away from your diet, because this is how people think, oh, I'm going to go vegan, I'm going to go vegetarian, I'm going to take foods away from my diet. Don't think like this. Think about adding to your diet. All right. So you want to add a lot of veggies. You want to add a lot of fruits. You want to add the supplements if you need to, right? Because it's not only for vegans. Like most of the population is low on vitamin B12, on omega 3s and stuff like that. So it's all right to supplement if you need to. If not, just go in hand with somebody that can lead you, and don't do things completely by yourself, right? Like there's so much information out there. There's so many people willing to help, and so yeah, basically instead of subtracting, add more to your diet, and that way you'll see how easy it is, right? Veganize the things that you love the most. And yeah, you'll see that you'll start eating more whole foods and less processed stuff. So that's always good for your body. Like that's no way that it can harm you. So yeah, we always tell that to our clients. First, get information, knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? So
and if you really want to make veganism easy, like if the end goal is veganism, like there's two ways I like to, like I've heard on Instagram that are really nice. The hard way to go vegan is when you're just thinking about yourself, when you're thinking about how inconvenient it's gonna be for me, if it's gonna be hard finding the foods that I like, me. But it's easy to go vegan when you think about the victim, the animals, and if you start like getting to the information, watching the documentaries, getting like all this vast knowledge, that's when you're gonna find it easier to do any transition that you want in life. When you really get committed and actually start being involved in what you want. Like that's your decision. So it's just take it.
Without a doubt. So, do you believe that vegan lifestyle is expensive or is it accessible for everyone?
It's accessible for everyone. What's expensive is trying to eat how this half of the world eats, right? If all of us wanted to eat meat, there would be no world to even feed all of us. So it's expensive not only in money to eat meat, it's expensive in resources. It's killing our planet, it's killing ourselves, it's killing everything. So no, veganism is not a way to help the planet. It's the least that we can do for our planet Earth, going vegan. The least.
And yeah, and for us here in Mexico, it's super like accessible. Like we just said, like everything, we have it all year round. Like obviously, if you want something like really focused, like
And fancy,
yeah, like anything else, you're gonna find more expensive products. But in general, like everything is like supply and demand. At least here in Playa, veganism is booming, so prices are going down.
All kinds of ranges for prices. Yeah.
Yeah, and realistically speaking, we could have more room for great farms, rather than growing farms to grow the food for the animals to eat. And it's just kind of a very big imbalance that we have on our planet, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's just completely ridiculous to think that we can feed 5 billion or 50 billion land animals. We cannot feed 8 billion we are right now. Like it's just ridiculous. Then the food, the resources, the energy is going to the wrong hands and to the wrong mouths, right? So it's just there's enough planet for everyone, but there's not enough planet for everyone's greed and everyone's meat consumption. Yeah.
What is the best way to enjoy a pizza being vegan?
Oh, anything that you don't put pineapple on. You can
Yeah.
put everything else.
We like our pizza to be pizza.
But yeah, we love, there's a place here in Playa called Johnny Como that has the most amazing pizzas, and they put everything on top, so everything goes except pineapple.
Cool.
And you both agree with that? You don't like pineapple on your pizza, huh?
No. Yeah, totally.
That's fantastic. Can you suggest any vegan alternatives for our listeners that you enjoy the most?
Yes, of course. If the people listening are here in Mexico, there's a brand, a store called Mr. Tofu, and there's one here in Playa that is called Mr. Tofu Playa. It's so good. You have all the different brands. It's all in one place. It's all vegan, and our favorite products are, there's one that is called Veganissimo that has amazing treats. What's the other one? Daya, Follow Your Heart,
You
Beyond
can find
Meats.
all the like really famous brands there, and that before they were not accessible here in Mexico, now they are. So it's like vegan heaven, and you can find all type of stuff from dairy to like meat options and all that stuff. So we really recommend. But the brands that we love, Follow Your Heart, Daya.
There's one Mexican brand that it does all kind of meats, vegan meats, obviously. That is called Healthy Evolution. That is Veggie Gourmet. Yeah, there's plenty of options.
Delightful. Are you having any other coaching on the side? What else are you working on at the moment?
Well, right now we are building up a vegan empire. So yeah, we are pairing up. My boyfriend is also a coach, so we are together branding everything and just opening to more people. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get to even more beautiful souls that want to come vegan and they want to improve their fitness and they want to feel better, right? So yeah, that's our main focus right now. We just reopened our studio, which is completely focused on women. It's a safe space for women to train, and we focus on glutes. So yeah, those are our main projects right now. Spreading veganism here in Mexico through Instagram, our coaching online business with Jack Vegans, and our training, our studio in Playa del Carmen, which is Om Studio.
Awesome. Congratulations on such a success with everything so far.
Thank you.
Did you see it all coming forth, or it just has kind of been a shocking experience?
I always say like it's just been such a blessing. Like we never thought that this would happen. We were trying to get our degrees 4 years ago, and we were like kind of lost. And then the Om Twiins really start taking off, and it's just amazing how if you follow your passion and your dreams and you want to serve others, that's super important. Service to others, it's so beautiful. It just feels like it's energy moving around, right? And we're so blessed with our jobs, and we just love it every single day. So yeah, it's been amazing. It's not been always perfect or anything like that. Like COVID happened last on the beginning of this year. We were having the best months on our studio, and then we had to close, and it was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And then we started doing everything online, and that boomed, and that was like kind of like a hidden blessing, right? Even like having to close the studio just to give us different perspective and to give us a different outtake on things. So yeah, it's just maybe wrong turns are take you exactly to the place that you need to be, right? So you just gotta trust and you gotta keep going, keep working hard, and eventually with hard work, discipline, you'll manage to do anything you want.
That's super great advice to give others, especially during these times of kind of just seems like confusion of like, well, what do we do next as a society? And do you continue your education with schooling, or do you find something that you're passionate about and bring that to the world?
Yeah, we just feel like the world really needs less people trying to be filthy rich and more people trying to be better humans, right? And just caring for each other, helping
Sharing
others.
your passions.
Exactly. We need more people that are passionate with their jobs and they love their lives and everything, because that will shine through. Yes, happy people are beautiful people, right? Like we don't want more sad, unhealthy people, right? Yeah. So if we always say it, if you heal, I heal, everybody heals. So we just gotta start with ourselves first.
That is so beautiful. Yes, be the change you wish to see.
You can always find us on our webpage or Instagram page. It's Om Twiins, OM _TWIINS. You can also search us on our webpage, omtwiins.com, and you can send us a DM or leave us a comment in any of our posts, and we'll be happy to connect and help you in any way. Either it's with your fitness or vegan transition, or you just want to talk. We're always super happy to connect with beautiful people. So please, any of our channels, they're always under the name Om Twiins.
Yes, remember 2 eyes because it's two of us.